his life for 15 years and is always having his back. Even when his dogs and cat are being a pain in the ass, he hopes this will always last. Even bring the fun to the masses, rolling through 1-2 and beating every dungeon classes. With his goofy faces and voice all over the places, he hopes to never give up on his dreams. To bring joy and even the facts to his last podcast every week and stream his friends to bring that energy like big booty claps. He never gets angry, but sure can get scared. With anime on his side, he's always prepared. Even though he's the grumpiest of bears. This bear is always cool in his chair. Till the end, his streams always be there.
I think everything is live now.
After you and hopes you'll be there. To hope you'll have a good day, a good night, and as always have a good life. Much love.
The only place that's having some troubles for me is Kick, but I'll deal with that later. All right.
We're doing intro.
Welcome, everybody. This is the Bear Thoughts Podcast. We usually start at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. For those who are new to this channel, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, share this with all your family and friends. I would appreciate it. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that button. Give us some love. Hello there, Mikey. Good evening. Good evening to all that are watching. For those who are watching the VODs, I hope someday I see you in the channel. Hope I see sometime in the chat. Be sure to join us. It's every Friday. For those who don't know, D&D's on Wednesdays. And I might be playing some games this weekend because, well, I'm hankering to do some more streams. I hope everybody enjoyed my last video I posted up on my other channel, Bear Dirk Otaku.
So am I gonna get to see you play the one I sent you, or what?
Until I get the console fixed, because right now it's broken. At least the dock is, which I need to. Broken? The dock is broken, unfortunately, because its light just blinking, and I try to turn it on, and it's like, yeah, I can play the console light, but I can't put on the dock and then stream the dock to my computer to my PC.
Let me get this right. I can't see the game I want to see because there's a broke dock. That's what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks. Appreciate you telling me that.
Well, it's just put it out there. It's the OLED version. I just need a motherboard. That's all I need. I have the tools. I just need the motherboard. But yeah, that's all that's stopping me. But yeah, I have it literally like right here, and hasn't left my side. Just because I know at some point it's gonna be on. Anyways, so
hey.
So for those
don't get pissed off when a box shows up, bitch.
So for those who are maybe new here, I am Grumpy Bear. And hopefully someday hopefully one day I will never have to change my name, but I can promise if I ever get famous, I will have to. And of course we got Corvo Ninja. Anybody want to know him? We like talking about nerdy things and dorky things and 3D printers and call out some wrongdoings every now and then, but we don't usually talk about anything political, anything school related, anything religious. We usually like to keep it pretty light here. So sorry if it's not that kind of people. And I say this because, well, right now it pays top dollar to be freaking all you talk about is political right now, and all you talk about is drama. Like, that's it. If you're not talking about that stuff right now, you are, and I hate to put it like this, but you are deliberately hurting yourself. And I am deliberately hurting myself because I refuse to pay into this. And I say this stuff because, remember last week, or not last week, this is probably a couple months back here, Corvo, so you get to rack your brain a little bit here. There was a certain somebody that I remember talking about to you that they were saying they were wishing people would get PTSD or D, and hoping they would, ruin the rest of their life because they fought for our countries and so on. Do you remember this person, or do I need to recap you a little bit here?
No, I remember the conversation.
Okay. Well, this specific person came back to streaming a couple of days ago, and there are thousands of viewers that they once had with all this stuff like that, the channel growing up. And remember I told you about the view botting scandal that was kind of come around too? Well, it hit their channel, and they went from thousands of viewers to 86.
Oh, damn.
It's like, oh, look, you're supposedly large group of people that all agree with your opinions and all have the same like mind. You're laughing at people's misfortunes and troubles and issues, and then you're gonna find out, oh, you've been a fake the entire time. Like, oh, weren't you talking about big? Did how all these people all agree with you, and all of them were fake? I don't.
What does it surprise you though? I mean,
Well, it's just
like you said,
it's one of those things that I feel it's a vindication in a sense. Like people always say, a lot of people like for me, right? If I had thousands of viewers on my channel, right? They're gonna be authentic.
Right.
I refuse to be one of those fucking piece of shits out there that will view bot my channel. So when I would say a lot of people would agree with my opinions if I ever were to get big, right? Let's say if I did, then I would have like, hey, look, I actually have people that actually agree with my thoughts and my opinions. I don't want an echo chamber. That's why I have you make sure you give me the other side of perspective. Even if you might agree with me, you still give me the other side of perspective, and I like that. Keeps me grounded, right? Keeps me thinking about other things other than just my own thoughts. But with this individual, they were all saying that
Rix has successfully joined
all
the
these
channel.
people agree with me. Look at all these people agreeing with me. Look at all these people that you should think like I do. And I'm just thinking like but it doesn't make sense. Though. Why would you wish this kind of things? Why would you say these kind of things? These things are crazy. These things are unhinged. These things are like who would think you're, for one thing, I'm just gonna be honest with you, I don't think she's entertaining. I want to say they want to give it a sex to, but anyway, they were not entertaining. They were not fun. And anything, they were unhinged people. And then I'm just gonna go, people actually watch this person and agree with this person? How is that possible? And then lo and behold, yeah, none of them were real. That is to me a wild thing to just see how people were just so willing to take this as facts.
To
Yeah.
lie to get ahead. I mean, that's shit. I'd like to say that that's uncommon, but I would be lying if I did.
I had to fix you out of there because I mixed up things. Sorry about that.
Everybody. Oh, well, not everybody. Let me change what I'm saying. Every form of business of some kind or something, there's always those that
Beat the system?
that fucking
I'll come to you at some point.
They're always trying to use something to get ahead, and if that's lying, they'll do it.
Yeah.
You know?
The expression goes like if you ain't cheating, you're losing, and it also fake it till you make it. And I get the fake it till you make it kind of thing because you have to have some kind of something to be in the back of your mind, just going like, if I just keep on trying, if I just keep on going, if I just keep on doing it, if I keep on believing I can make it, I will someday make it. And I heard the expression like if I believe if you I forget the expression. It's like something about if you go to a barbershop so many times, eventually you get your hair cut. I think that's the expression goes. If you go inside of a barbershop, eventually you get your hair cut. If you keep on streaming, eventually you'll make it. And I'm a prime example. I'm going on 9 years. 9 years, Corbo. 7 years YouTube. I got a notification a couple days ago. 7 years on YouTube. Still haven't made it. And if they ever say if the road to fame is a long road, and if I ever do make it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's very true. I honestly don't think a lot of people. And can you imagine like people always questioning? And I got a survey the other day. I don't know how much you get surveys. I got a survey from Twitch, and they asked me how they can improve their platform, and what I think about things, and what other platforms I stream on. And I just let all of it out. I just told them everything. Like, you just get rid of the whole system where you can't lurk on channels no more. Get rid of that. I don't see the reason why anybody cannot lurk in someone's channel. If they want to lurk, they should be counted as a viewer regardless whether they talk in chat or not. That was one thing. You bots, get rid of everything. Get rid of all you bots. Make your platform be trusted again. And I think you should honestly, this is a wild idea. I thought about it. You could tell me how this probably wouldn't work, but I'm just in kind of mind. I think everybody should everybody's viewer counts or everybody's following counts should go back to 0. Start 0 again, because there's too many people on the platform that are faking it, that have been faking it for years. Everybody should go back to a base level and start all over again, because those who have been faking it and have been cheating for so many years, those people will they disappear because like they've been cheating. But those who are authentic and actually have real followers and real viewers, they'll come back in no time. Like if they're good, entertaining people and they're really fun and they're really interesting and they actually have authentic viewers and authentic fans,
Well,
they'll come back.
so I don't know. So that premise is based on faith in people.
Yeah.
So let me explain my other side of the coin of that.
Okay.
Okay. There are many people out there that if you set them back to 0 and they were following Billy Bob, right?
Yeah.
They might not follow Billy Bob again, because they may have followed Billy Bob 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay? They may not have looked at Billy Bob's shit in 5 years. They done forgot they're following Billy Bob.
Yeah.
Okay? Or they may be like, I don't want to go through the trouble of having to refollow all these fucking people. Because what happens is they don't think about it as I really like this one person, let me refollow them. They look at their account as a whole and go, fuck, everybody I'm following is gone. I have to refollow everybody. Fuck that. I'm not doing all that shit. It took me years to build that up.
Yeah.
And then they just don't do it. So what basically would happen is, with good intentions, I understand what your intentions are.
Yeah.
But if you do that, you may actually screw some people, not because they were the ones view botting or because people don't like their content, but just because people are fucking lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to go back and go through all that again.
Yeah, lazy.
So
like,
now
lazy people.
Then you've got these people that work their ass off. Now they're set back to 0, and lazy people say, "Fuck it, I'm not doing that shit again." And now they've gotten fucked just because somebody else was viewbotting. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's another side of the coin you have to be careful with. I don't know that going to 0 is what should be done. What I feel like should be done is a mass clean of all viewbots. All of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Because those are just bots.
Yeah, yeah. But how we would make sure, like, my thought is, like, how would we make it, and I'm thinking about it right now, how would we make those who did use big view bots and those who are big channels that are using big view bots, how would we punish them? So let's say we don't send
You are punishing them. You are punishing them,
but, like,
because
let's-
90% of their shit is view bots. You take that away, you're dropping their count, which is going to drop their revenue, which is going to drop their lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah. But like, let's say you found them, right? Let's say you found somebody and they had hundreds of thousands of viewers in their channel. And you're pack mentality. You know what a pack mentality is. I don't need to explain it to you. For those who do not know it, look it up. You saw it and you went, okay, something's good going on here. Something's great going on here. And you go to the channel and they actually are interesting. They are interesting. They're entertaining. There are somebody that put some effort into it, and they're feeling themselves. Like, honestly, when I have some people hit my channel up, and I have a lot of people on my channel, I do feel myself, and I feel like I want to pick up my game a little bit more because, damn, I have people here.
You want to get on?
Yeah. Right. So, and then you find out that person was viewbotting the entire time.
Okay.
Okay.
So
but let me finish my thought. Let me finish my thought. I think that you never would have found them if not for the fact that they had view bots on their channel and made you draw your eyes to them. I think they should get punished for that, even if they're good. I think they should be punished for that and be just like, hey, something sent out to you, like, hey, this person you're following, they've been view botting. Do you still want to follow them?
Here's the thing. Do you know what the heart? You know what hurts people the most?
Mm,
Their fucking wallet. So as soon as you get rid of those U-bots and their revenue goes down, you're already hurting them.
yeah.
Okay, and then if you block their ability to put a view-bot back on, you're really fucking hurting them because they can't raise it back up without actually earning real views. So you are punishing them. Okay, now I get you want to go the extra mile. You want a little more punishment because you want a little more justification. I understand that, but there's a fine line between enough and too much. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to run someone in your description. They are entertaining. They are whatever, they are good.
Yeah.
But they were view botting. I don't want to run him off of the platform completely because he is good. He
Yeah.
is entertaining. He is offering good content. What I want to do is make him realize what he did earlier was fucking wrong. So I wipe his bots out, make his fucking wallet go,
Yeah.
shit! Stop him from being able to build that back up. And then if you want to send a service announcement to the people that's left, telling them that's okay. Because then at that point, that's their choice, whether they stay or they go. But yeah.
Can't hear her, by the way. You have to give her her thoughts to you. Okay, I can't hear her, so I don't know.
Whoa. Okay, so that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. She said another way you could do it and really, really push the let me hurt your wallet thing is not only do you stop them from using view bots, but then you run a check. You run a check against how much those view bots contributed to their income and make them pay that shit back.
Oh, that they make him, yeah, return because I imagine like they're also getting paid by ads, right? Especially on
Yep.
Twitch, and they
Yep.
also being sponsored by people on Twitch,
Yep.
and all those view bots gave them money for those
Yep.
ads and for those advertisers.
Yep.
Take that money back from them. How would you leak? Well, other than like taking them
But
to court,
there's
how would you?
probably laws. There's probably laws because think about that. That was dishonest income.
Yeah.
They were breaking the law because they were padding. It's kind of like a business going and saying, I made this much money so that they're at a certain tax bracket, right?
Yeah.
And in reality, they find out you made this much money. They're like, there's laws against that shit. Give me my money. Give me my money, bitch.
I think that's called wiring fraud.
Right. So they could actually figure out how much of that fraud they had committed and require them by law to pay that shit back to the ad companies, to everybody. That's like some legalized I'm gonna fuck you up punishment, babe.
Yeah, that's even that's even meaner than my idea. Just tell them your fans, hey, this person's view bot. No, fuck you. Give them take their money back. Damn. That's some. Hey, but of course, the funny thing is, right? The funny thing is that platforms like Kick, I will say the name, Kick, have admitted that they know their bigger channels are view botting, and they said if they would stop view bottings on their platform, over 90% of their streamers would disappear, would just drop dramatically.
Stealthy said, "Remember, she's the queen of petty for your channel for a reason."
Bro, but like when platforms are admitting it, and then other platforms are saying they're going to do something about it, and then they don't do something about it, and then when streamers get this, a streamer said it's not illegal to do this, so everybody should do it. Everybody should just do it, and I just go to like the gall to say that this is not illegal.
So here's the thing. Technically speaking, view botting is not illegal, but the view botting getting you capital, getting you gains from the view botting dishonestly
Exactly.
is illegal.
Exactly.
So
Wiring fraud. And you know, the way people are figuring this out, and Corvette, I want you to think about this. Like, how would you stop view botting on a platform? You're a person, but like the things that are getting me is people are noticing on their stream to have like 80,000, 10,000, 20,000 of these streamers, viewers on their streams, and there are multiple platforms too that have all these things. But then they go to check their views on videos and views on other things, and they're like a quarter of that. I'm like, how you gonna have these hundreds of thousands of viewers, but only have a quarter of that on your videos, on your VODs, or on stuff like that? It's like that don't quite like it's leaps and bounds. Like, how you having all these hundreds of thousands of people that call your fans, and none of them are watching your videos? Barely any of them. That doesn't make no sense. And I've always thought that was a little odd, but like, why can't people just figure out ways of just stopping view bots? Like, they have view bots for chats, view bots for subscribers, view bots for followers, view bots for subs.
So insert for Stealthy, something that she said. She said, yeah, but you got to remember how many people that watch her streams actually go and watch her videos. Almost none of them. They watch the streams, but they don't go watch the videos.
I watch your VODs.
So yeah, but you're
I'm a real one.
She said like, if you compared with her stream, how many people watch the stream, how many people actually go in to watch, like log in to watch, and how many people actually go and look at the VODs. It's drastically different because she can have, I mean, you've seen it, she'll have 6, 7, 8 people in there at one time sometimes talking to her. You'll have Willie, you'll have me, you'll have you, Petty, you'll have all these people, right? But then you go and look at the VODs and nobody but maybe you have actually looked at the VODs. So it's not that it can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how do you figure out when it's actually happening that way and when it's actually someone going, I have all these bots, that's why I have all these, it looks like I have all these people, but then because they're bots and only a quarter of them are real, only a quarter of them are watching the VODs, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's hard to figure that out. So I guess the only thing I could say is it'll be very hard to figure that portion of it out, but it is not hard to figure out how many, bots versus people are actually there. I mean, fuck, I know a guy right now at work that could write a script that I could run and it'd bounce against your fucking channel, and you might have 1.2 million followers, and it'll tell me if you have X amount of bots.
Yeah.
Period. It'll just tell me. And then he can turn around and modify that script, and you know what'll happen? All those bots will go away. Every fucking one of them. It's not that it can't be done. The streaming platforms don't want to do it, because if they do it and say that streamer tanks, now that's less content they have. So less they're offering, so less that people are going to come to their platform, right? Mm-hmm. So it starts hitting their bottom line. Even though it might not be ethical, it's what got them at the height that they're at. Yeah. And they don't want to go back down. So that's why that shit's like it is.
Yeah, and it's like anything. If you stick around long enough, or the saying goes, if you're the hero, you eventually become the villain. This is kind of like the situation with all these platforms. They've been around for so long that they're now the villains. They're now the evil ones. They're the ones doing backdoor dealings. They're the ones making backdoor deals. They're the ones. Hell, I bet some of them, because like game developers, get this, okay? It's like, even Genshin Impact, a game I like. I don't love it. I like it. I still play it. I'm caught up to the recent game as of last night. They were found to be view-botting streamers that were playing their games. It wasn't even streamers. It was the game developers themselves. Who's saying Twitch ain't going, or any other platform ain't going, man, we want this streamer to really succeed. What if we just view bot them ourselves? They don't have to do it at all.
So,
Let's just
there's
view bot
nothing
them
to say they
ourselves.
can't. I mean, they can look at it and say, hey, this guy has 80,000 viewers right now, right? But if we helped him, he could have millions. And that would make us a lot of money.
Mhm.
Well, so then the question becomes, in that situation, do you punish the streamer? Or do you punish the fucking system? Because who's to say that there's people out there that's got all these bots and don't even know they're fucking bots because they're not the ones botting themselves?
That's what some streamers are saying. That's what some streamers are saying. Like, hey, I don't know it. If I'm getting viewed by it right now, don't know it, it's not me. It's like, how do we prove it? How do we know? We don't trust the system no more. We don't trust the people no more. And if you can't trust people, then you lose what? Faith. And then people don't want to do no more. And that's why I got a survey yesterday going, why? What is your thoughts? Like, you don't get surveys just because they're like, oh, we're just bored. We're just sending them out around. No, you send out surveys because you know some people aren't very happy right now. We want to see what's going on. Why aren't you
Right.
watching? Why aren't you watching as much?
That's a damage control situation.
Uh-huh.
That's something's fucked up and we need to figure out how to fix it or get information to where we can fix it, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
What do we need to say to you
so-
to make you happy?
yes. How do I need to stroke with my left or my right?
Yeah.
You know?
So
You know,
I'm just saying, those who do get caught view bots and they actually take actions and their numbers plummet, good. But I think they should be known that people should know that this person is view botting. They've been view botting. I think that should be done. But yeah, hitting them back and getting all that money back from ads and from advertisers. Jesus, that would take. I think it would just take one. Just one.
it would
Big
only take
name.
one big name to get hit like that, and that shit would break some shit.
Everybody would fucking stop. And maybe after 9 years, I would actually fucking make it. Good Lord knows I've been trying. Not as much as I used to. Not nowhere near as much as I used to, but because I lost faith. I lost like hope because it was just I saw the writing on the wall. I did. I called it out years ago. But I wasn't a big enough name to people listen to it. So I think it's vindication, but boy, do you feel like shit when you're going, look, I was right the entire time. And no one cared. No, someone cared, damn it. Someone cared. Someone destroy them. Not destroy them. Destroy one. Just one fucker and you're done. And make it hurt. Something you come up with the contingent plan and write it down and send it to it's not just Twitch, right? It's not just Twitch, not just Kick. It's YouTube too. There's people that view bots their videos and comment bot their channels and subscribe bots to their channels. I know that's a thing. I know it's a thing. So like I'm not gonna say it's just live streams.
Say again.
Then do exactly what they had. Because they spent recording,
Right.
and then that also has to.
Right.
That's why they won't go after.
Okay. So she said that the reason the platforms won't go after these people is because it's a trickle up effect. So if they go after the person, it's proven the person is view botting, right?
Yeah.
And that person now is on the hook for paying that money back. They also, as a company, have to go back to the IRS and say, hey, I've also been reporting higher numbers than I should because of this person, and all the money that the platform made because of that now has to be paid back as well, and they don't want to go that fucking route.
I get it, but I guess I'm too much of a good at YouTube shoes, right? I'm too much of that. I just want to go, but like if you did it, you'd get good favor, and people would like, look, these people are doing a good thing. Let's give to them because they on the right side of justice and fairness. And
So here's the problem. Here's the problem with that thought process. Most people aren't like that, and they're not going to give a flying fuck if they're doing the right thing or not. So,
I'm just hopeful. I'm just like, just somebody do the good thing and win back favor of their fans and people. But nope, they don't want to because they just want to be on the side of greed and be side of need. Oh Jesus, I get that you're totally right on that. I just want to think that there's some righteous people.
She said she's gonna say this in a way that it, as much as she can, without trying to go political, because we don't want to go political. But she said you also have to remember the current climate politically and what that could also cause.
It's been happening for years. Shit, 9 years ago, who was president when? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
this
it's not
isn't 9
that.
years.
It's no. What she's saying is it might have started 9 years ago, but think about the current climate. If it was to happen now,
Oh yeah.
it would be a fucking.
Fuck fest.
It'd be a shit. It would be a shit show.
Yeah. Because everybody would love to draw. Of course, this would be one of those things. Everybody would love to draw into the drama. Everybody would like. This is not dramatization. Dramatization is when you take a subject to take a matter that's not real, then turn it into something like and make it something that's never been or never was, and try to make it seem like a big bad thing, a horrible thing when it's not really. That's dramatization. Dramatization. That people get that mistaken. This would not be a dramatization. This would be a scandal. That would be it. A scandal, which is totally different. This is actually bad people doing bad things. Which is kind of it is kind of going though. Like people are waking up to people's views on live streams. People like streamers and YouTubers are pretty much movie stars nowadays. That's it. Which, by the way, was that guy a YouTuber just released a movie like a horror movie and that did bigger in the box office, but then the box office numbers removed his
Say that again, baby.
Michael Plyer, I think it was.
Mark Plyer.
Yeah, Michael Plyer. They removed his movie from the list of movies that are how much money they're making. He was like number 2, and they removed him off the list entirely, so people wouldn't realize that an average YouTuber can make a good movie, which hurt some people saying the movie was all right, but like he just removed him from because he's not one of the big studios out there. That's kind of bullshit. So good on him. All right, let's jump into the next topic. Because you talked about PlayStation earlier. So
Yeah.
PlayStation 5. That's the newest one, right?
Yep.
Okay. So PlayStation 5 has released a new system where you can rent a PlayStation 5 for I think like $10 or $15. I could be wrong on this. A month, right? And how much does a PlayStation 5 cost? Like $500, $600 or something like that?
Somewhere around there, depending on where you're getting it and what bundle you buy.
Okay. So let's say you had this thing for, I think they said 18 months or so, maybe a little bit more than that. And you're paying this off or paying for this subscription of this PlayStation 5. And let's say you get to the end of it now, and it's paid off, like in a sense of how long it would normally take you if you would take that subscription amount of money to buy a PlayStation 5 or rent the PlayStation 5. After that so many months, would you agree or disagree that if you pay a little bit more actually, a little bit more to rent this PlayStation 5, that you should then, after so many months, just own it? Or would you think of mine? Would you keep on renting it forever?
Here's the thing. You got two different types of people you're dealing with here.
Yes.
Okay. So you got the type of people that are going to be like, hey, I paid X amount of dollars. It's the same amount as what I would have paid if I'd paid out of pocket for the game. Why is it not mine? Okay. You got those people. And you know, I get that. And to those people, I would look at them and say, why the fuck didn't you just save the money and buy it then? But then you have the other people, because there are people in the world that even though it may cost them a little more in the long run, it is easier for them to access $10 a month than to come up with a bundle of $500 or $600 that will be like, fuck it, I'll rent it, because it might cost me more overall, but it's something that's not as detrimental to my income in one shot.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I will tell you, as a kid growing up, there were many things in my household that, sure, if we'd have saved the money and bought it outright, we'd have owned it. But doing that would have fucked us for 7 or 8 months. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas it was easier. I heard you. I got you. I got you. Whereas I could afford to pay $10 a month a hell of a lot easier than that taking that initial shock of $500, $800, or $600, right? So,
Yeah.
like, for example, a vehicle. You got some people, or house. You got some people that can come up with X amount of dollars and just pay for that motherfucker. Okay, because they have those resources, and to them and for them, it makes more sense to do that because they don't have a continual, payment, right?
Yeah.
However, you also have those people that are like, I can't do that, but I can afford $100 a month because I can still pay everything else, and I can just truck along, right? So I guess the point that I'm trying to get to is, I don't think there's a wrong way or a right way to this. Okay? I think it depends on as in the individual's ability financially as to which way you should go.
Okay. See, and I know where y'all both coming from. I get that, because honestly, I used to I would rent things too, and when I was younger, especially, we had Blockbuster back then. No one owned any, like, a lot of things, movies and video games back then. Renting a video game over and over and over again used to be a struggle for me, because it's like just gonna beat the newest and greatest Mega Man
Said,
game, because I love Mega Man games.
I wish I could charge people when I have to use common sense for them face red droopy eyes.
You wish that, honey? Okay. But, like, I'm thinking it from another, because I'm gonna be that side of the corner here. I'm thinking from the fact that not only people are gonna be renting out these consoles, and as I know people. Some people are not gonna keep them in the greatest condition. They're gonna be worn down. They're gonna be beat up a little bit. They might be infested by a couple of things. They might break them. There's been a lot of things that have happened, and when those people do that, it's gonna be on the company to repair and replace those things, because, well, they're renting it. No, you don't think it's gonna be on the company to repair it?
It does not have to be on the company. I can prove that point by my own history.
Okay.
All they have to do is draw up an agreement, just like rent to own, but just without the own. So, example, again, when I was younger, couldn't afford televisions outright. So we had to rent to own them motherfuckers, okay? You know what happens if you break that bitch
You own it?
before you get it paid off?
Mm-hmm.
You know what happens? You're on the hook for whatever you broke, whatever repairs, even if that means replacing the entire fucking thing. That's not on the company. You signed a fucking legal binding agreement. If they did the same thing with the renting system on the consoles, and you went, okay, I promise I won't break this motherfucker, and you're making your payments, and then they go, hey, it's fucking broken, and they could prove that it wasn't like a manufacturer defect, which is usually not hard because brakes on shit like that is usually like, I don't know, somebody threw the fucker against the wall because they got pissed off or something.
Yeah.
Then guess what? Now that term you were talking about, like, I should have bought it. Yeah, you should have bought that motherfucker, because now you're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, legal repercussions will befall you. It does not have to be on the company.
Yeah.
Well, it just depends on if they're smart enough to put that agreement in effect.
Yeah. Well, as long as they don't make it, because, there's a law, at least, again, don't want to go to political things here, but there was something that was passed a couple of years back where signing agreements had to be a short compared to what they used to be. Because I remember back in, like, World of Warcraft, it was like 10 pages, and no one's gonna read that stuff. And they
Scroll,
removed, yeah, scroll, 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 scroll,
Yeah,
scroll, scroll, scroll,
no,
scroll, scroll.
the
They gotta get rid of that.
the agreements that I'm talking about was literally like, for example, even back when we were doing like a television or a couch or something we was renting on, it was usually a single paragraph. The paragraph basically outlined like, hey, you acknowledge that you're
Single paper.
responsible for, you know, for this piece of equipment and any damage and or whatever occurs to the equipment outside of manufacturing defects, you are liable for payment, blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm. I hear just embody stealthy. Give it a second, chat.
Yeah. So basically what she was saying, if she, and she's right. So what they did with those agreements is they had one page that had all the legalese on it, right?
Yeah.
All the legal shit. And then on another page, they had that all summarized for people that wasn't going to read all the legalese, that basically said the same shit, but in a shorter fashion.
Yeah.
You know, and then you sign the motherfucker. If they did that, well, but I'm sorry if you break that motherfucker, that's on you.
Yeah. But I'm sure
You
like
signed the paper.
because Sony is a Japanese company. They'll have what they are allowed to put into the agreements in their country.
Right.
And then in
Right,
America, they have to have what they are allowed to agree with. And while one country might be like that, you break it, you pay for it. Another country might be, well, you break it, we'll replace it. And that will be depending on where you're at. But I'm still in the mind of, after so long, let's say you rented that for 2 years, 3 years, PlayStation or Sony's already got what they needed from you, all the money they could ever want. Just buy the damn thing. I don't see why you just were gonna rent it for several years and just at this point, this thing's too damn old.
And I know what you're talking about because I read some of this too, but they haven't publicized the entire thing. Like, we don't know if they're saying, okay, you can rent this console for 18 months, and then at the end of that 18 months, they may give you like a buyout. You know, hey, give me $50. You've already paid all this other. You would have bought a console. Give me $50. It's yours. They may do that. We don't know because they haven't gotten to that point yet.
Like I deal with cable companies for internets that literally I rented out their modems, and after so many years, they went, just keep it. Just keep the modem.
And there's nobody that says that they won't do that. You know, in the end, But what I foresee actually happening, which makes more sense if I'm a business, understand, if I'm a business, is I will rent you that console. And then when the next console comes out, I'll offer you to swap you out for like a fraction of the cost. You know, you might get a little upcharge on whatever your monthly payment is because it is the newest one.
Yeah.
But I'll swap it out for you. And that way, guess what? I'm keeping my newest consoles out there. People are talking about my newest consoles. Everybody wants to play my new. Hell, it'll even increase the people that are buying them outright. Because the people that can buy them outright will go, damn, Billy Bob, he's renting this PlayStation 22. And it's badass. Mom and Dad gave me this money for my birthday. It's enough. I'll just go buy me one. You know, it'll increase their sales overall. It could be a good business model for them. You know what I'm saying? And for parents who live on a lower budget, lower overall income, right? They might can afford $15 a month for their kid to be able to have a console to play, but not the exorbitant $600 or $700 out of pocket to buy it outright. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, if I add $15, I'm not gonna go hungry. Okay.
Yeah.
But if I have to pull 600 out at one time, we might be hungry for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's that balancing game. I see it opening it up. I think it kind of opens it up for some people that can't afford to buy one outright, but can still have the access to the console.
Yeah. And from my other side of the coin, because I always be the other side of the coin, I think it's just reaffirming and reassuring the whole renting things, never owning kind of owning things. And I think it's a slow trickle effect of making money from people because people are more willing to release $10 from their hands than $600 from their hands. Like, I can get you on a drip
Right.
feed for years. That's not a problem. And you need to get over that $600, you're still dripping. But get someone to release $600 or $500 from their hands right out the drop is a hard thing for people to do nowadays. And people don't know
Right.
how to save. They really don't know how to save at all. It's just, hey, don't matter. I have it. Let's just drop. Like, no, just work on a little bit. You don't need it right now. But we don't live in that society no more. People rather drip rather than dripping into their own pocket, and then eventually they might do it, or they might go, "Do I really need it? Do I really want it?
Well,
Is it? Should I just wait for the next one?"
It's kind of like that thing I was talking to you about before podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I can do. I will be able to do what I'm intending to do only because I put some shit in places.
Yeah.
If I hadn't have done that shit, it'd have been like, mama, no, not the cop, not the cop.
We eventually get there, but like it's just that slow bleed. It's that slow drip of you can get it someone like the video games with a lot of
You know what I call it? I call it the hot vampire effect.
hot
You know what I'm
vampire.
saying? You know why I call,
Not the ugly one,
it the hot vampire? I call it the hot vampire effect because if an ugly vampire tries to bite your ass, you gonna fight that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's hot as hell and she's only taking a little bit at a time, you be like, ooh, ooh.
Worth.
But that little bit at a time, you'll start, oh.
Yeah. Eventually realize it's more than you can take. So yeah, it's just like also with video games and things like
Stealthy said, I'm sorry, I'm thirsty, motherfucker.
but yeah, it's like video games like they a lot of video games do this, and I see the tactic. I understand the tactic. They when you get the game in the game nowadays, they'll go, hey, here's just one thing for $1. It's just $1. And this has been like psychologically proven. Once you put that dollar in, you're more comfortable putting in $3 next time, or $4, or $10. And once they have you, like you've been in that comfort, like this not a big deal, it's not a big problem, then you're more willing to spend in the future. But if you never spend that dollar, you will never buy into that game. And it happens all the time in video games. So it's actually like a known psychology kind of tactic.
I'm laughing because Stealthy said, not me. Not me, bitch. Not me.
Yeah. But some people don't like it's also with gambling. Once you start gambling, it's not the gambling itself, it's the start of gambling that will kick off some things to people. And some people that do it one time, they'll be like, that wasn't for me. I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But some people just getting the start will kick off years of bad habits, like gambling. I had a family member, so I have a bit of a truth on behind that one. So yeah, I don't know. I if I wanted a PlayStation 5, I would save up for it. I would say.
Right.
But
Right.
I'm still in mind of I want to own my things.
But I'm the exact same. I'm the exact same way. I would save and try to buy it, but at the same time, I've also been in the situation where I could not save to buy it.
Yeah.
And I could afford the $5 or $10. So I'm not saying that buying it and owning it is a bad thing, but I'm also not saying that if you can't buy it and own it, that renting it is a bad thing either. I legitimately think in this situation, it's whatever is best for you in your situation.
Yeah. Like I said, it's like Blockbusters back when we were in the 90s. We rented things all the time. We didn't own any of them. We still got an enjoyment out of it.
I was a general manager at a movie gallery. You ain't telling me shit.
I don't know if could you rent consoles back then? I want to say you could, but I couldn't remember from who.
Oh, yeah, Stealthy said, and we're also forgetting those kids that if you as a kid, if you start getting any amount of actual savings, your parents come along and go, that's mine. So the only way they can get by with it is they don't have savings. It's like I'm paying a $5 a month thing, $10 a
Yeah.
month thing. That's not savings. Mom and dad ain't even paying attention to that shit. But the moment you're trying to save for a PlayStation and that shit hits like $200-$300, mom's like, I need that for a nail appointment, a car payment. I need to pay your dad's insurance. The cell phone bill is due.
Uh-huh.
And that shit happens. I mean, we know someone
Yeah.
that this shit happened to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Didn't happen to me though. I've had actually bought things for myself from savings before, but I got fortunate.
there are people that are fortunate enough to have family members that won't take advantage of that. But then there's also children and or grown ass people who have family members that as soon as they recognize, hey, they've got a little pool of money, that will take advantage of that shit.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that that's right.
No,
I don't think it's fair. And I will tell you that my children have savings, and they have a significant amount for their ages.
Mhm.
Okay. There is no way in hell I would touch their savings unless it was life or death. And even then, the moment the crisis is averted, all of that's going back.
Yeah.
All of it. Whereas there are parents out there that if they had kids that had savings like mine, them bitches would empty their accounts.
Okay, this is a sidebar. I can't. How many times I've seen banks literally even hit me up, going, "Hey, if you have kids, if you open a bank account for your kids, we'll drop you drop so much money, we'll drop like $500 in their bank account right at the get go, like right into their account." I'm going, God, I wish I was a kid right now. Because if I could open an account, I could put my money in there. My family couldn't touch it, and I would get a bonus like a $500 right at the beginning. I would jump at that. But back when I was a kid, no, I had to put everything in my wallet, and I hated carrying around cash where I came from because back then robberies weren't really a secret. Or people could money could just disappear from wallet really easily. So the moment I could put my money into a bank, I was feeling great. But yeah, I was lucky. I would say this is one of my few things I was lucky about when I was a kid. When I earned money and I got money, my family didn't take the money from me. They didn't say, "Hey, phone bill, car insurance." Like, no, just pay for your gas, maybe your insurance, right? And everything else, you do what you want. And I was fortunate about that.
You're right. So I was fortunate as well. I didn't have people doing that to me, but like in Stealthy's situation, it was like, hey, they would do this shit. Hey, you buy this, okay, with your money, and then like a month later they would sell that shit, and you would never see any. You would never see your money come back.
Yeah.
And that is bullshit.
Yeah. So it's like, you want me to buy that for you? Okay. You pay me back, right? You're gonna pay me back, right? It's like that Star Wars meme.
Yeah, that's fighting fucking words right there, man. We be throwing down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I don't understand. And like I said, this is one of the things I don't get about.
I never had money to put in savings until I started working.
You can go
Mm-hmm.
and take money from your child and not pay it back. Okay? Because I get there may be a situation where somebody has a medical emergency, right? And maybe the child is the only one that's got enough money in their savings to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
But for fuck's sake, when the emergency is handled, make preparations to repay that child.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure the reasoning behind it for the parent that would be fucked up enough to do that would be, well, they didn't actually earn the money. I'm the one that was actually my money that I gave to them, and so therefore it was never theirs in the first place because I earned it and I gave it to them because they did something nice.
You would think that, but what do you do in the situation where the child had a job and made that money themselves?
Yeah, that's when
Right?
it gets really.
That's what we're talking about
Yeah.
with Stealthy.
Yeah, that's where I would
She
take them
went
to
to
small
fucking
court.
work.
Yeah.
She made that money, and then they did that shit. So my point is that
I'll take them to court.
it's hard to take someone to court. If you understand what the rest of the possible situation could become, should that even be suspected?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people have, like, how many times I've seen small courts go into claims for this kind of things, like on television back in the 90s. It's like so many people's like, I gave them money for this, and they did this and stole that, and then bought this and then sold that, and I never got my money back, and it's been 10 years. Like, it's like, you didn't fucking stop it the first time. But I get it. Like, her situation is a bit unique. Not rare. Just
Well, no,
unique.
it's not as unique. It's not as unique as you think. I've met many kids, my kids' age, that are in the same situation. That
Fix
their
your shit.
parents, and it's all over the fucking country because what it boils down to is the parents get it in their head. They live in my house.
Yeah.
They live in my house. We feed them. They owe me. Well, let me. And for you know what? I know this is going to cause a lot of people to get pissed off. You know what? Big shoulders. Fuck you. I don't care. Okay. I'm going to say this like this. Okay. That child don't owe you a fucking thing. You know why that child don't owe you anything? They didn't ask to fucking be here.
Yeah.
You got them here. If anybody owes a child anything, it is the parents owing that child. You got them here. You fucking owe them to give them a life to the point that they can go out and try to make a life for themselves. If you don't see that, if you don't realize that, and all you think your child is a burden and somebody that owes you for the time you spend with them, you are a fucking moron. And you can be the first motherfucker on a boat somewhere else.
Yeah, that should have been. Of course, this is back when we were both younger. We've all heard this saying before. I want my child to have a better life than me. Wasn't that like always the saying for a lot of parents? I want my child to have a better life than me.
That is my philosophy.
If you're not making your child or not working toward making your child's life better than yours, you failed as a parent.
That is my philosophy. I want my child to have a better life, a better experience in life than what I had.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big facts.
And you pass that on to your kids, right? Like if you're, let's say
yes. And I look at, this is the way I look at it. I've even told my children this shit. I said, you don't owe me. I owe you. You didn't say, hey, I'm fucking here. Now you got to pay for me. That's not what happened. I did some things. Your mother did some things. You didn't ask to be here, but you're fucking here.
Yeah.
My responsibility is to now give you the best platform in life to start from. Okay, that's it. That's my responsibility. I'm supposed to make sure you're fed, you're clothed, you have a house or some kind of, domicile to be safe in, and make sure you're educated until you are old enough to go out that fucking door and be able to do it on your own.
Yeah.
That is what my job is, because you didn't ask to be here. And anybody that says anything else is full of shit.
Yeah, and I know some people might take this in the wrong way, because I know there's a bad stigmatism behind this word, generational wealth. Right? We've all heard this thing, and we've heard the bad stigmatism behind it. To me, generation wealth, you know what that is? If I had kids, when I pass away, they get this house. They get this house. They get to do what the fuck they want with it. Sell it, buy it, don't care, rent it out. They would do what the fuck they want with it. And when they take that money that I did to get this house, and then they get the house, now they can take that wealth that I took in to get this place into their hands. That's me passing on my wealth to my next kids. And I'm sure Corvo and Southie would do the same thing. If they had a home, they pass away, they would go, kids, here's a home. Sell it or buy it. Or rent it out. We don't care. Make yourself, use this, what we earn in life, to
Said,
make yourself better off.
Hell, I want my dogs to
So-
have a better life than me. I would be the same if
My
I had a little
definition
bear
of
child.
generational wealth is different than that. But I do understand what you're saying. And absolutely, if me and Stealthy get hit by a bus tomorrow, every fucking thing we got are the kids.
Mm,
Them motherfuckers want to sell this place, sell everything fucking in it, and take that money because that's going to help them get a springboard in life. Hey, fuck it. I'm not here anymore.
yeah.
I can't do it. Take what I left you because I want you. Parent, I'm still trying, even when I'm dead.
To push
My
you
job
forward.
is to still try to push you forward. If this fucking computer sitting here gets you another semester in college, that gets you to a degree, that makes you be able to make enough money that when you leave college, you don't ever have to look back again, fucking sell that bitch. Don't sit there and go, but it was desk. Fuck that. You can get another computer.
Yeah, yeah.
Boy,
Like
don't
that's
make me come back down there.
yeah, that's
you
like
know?
the things, and like
Now, generational wealth to me,
mm,
the definition of that is more like cash money above zero. Okay, so what that means is that this money has been in the family for however many years, right?
yeah, decades.
Like they have got money.
Yeah.
Okay, they ain't got shit, but I got it.
yeah,
Okay, generational wealth is that shit being
passed on.
never have to work. That shit just gets passed on.
Mm.
Like you hear about these rich people that have millions and millions of dollars. Their kids
Yeah,
don't even
this
have
this
to
was
go
a,
to
yeah, this was
college.
usually the negative stigmatism
you
that
know,
comes behind it. Yeah.
That's generational wealth to me because that shit's just money flowing from generation to generation to generation.
Mhm.
What we are talking about is, I call
Said,
that
We would definitely be there to help your kids, but let us hope you live a long time.
how do I
True.
try to think of, I'm trying to think of the word for it. Babe, help me out. I'm
I don't
trying
know
to
the
think
word
of
for
the
it.
word, like where it what we're talking about, like leaving the house and shit to them, and they can do whatever they want to with it. That's not That's trust. That's me leaving you a trust.
Yeah, trust. Yeah.
Yes, basically everything here is your trust fund.
Mhm.
And if
Trust
you need
fund.
to fucking sell it all, you
Mhm.
need to sell it all to do what you need to do. Who the fuck am I to care if I'm dead? Now, what I will tell you is I'm a vindictive motherfucker. Okay, I'm vindictive. So
Mm.
if you know selling something that I left behind will help you, but you too fucking stubborn to do it because you sentimentally tied to, I'm gonna come back down here and haunt you. I'm gonna kick your ass every night in your dream until you go, you know what? My dad wouldn't want me to do this. Let me go ahead and sell this shit. That's right. Now you get it, boy.
Yeah. Well, I get you're both sides are true. I'm as a mind of course I'm a two-bit of a goody two shoes. I think wealth depends on not only your personal life, your personal things, but also things you own, because everything has a value. Everything has a value, and that is how much you see it being how much it is. Because people have gotten farmlands from their parents and then took that farmland, sold for hundreds of millions of dollars, and now they're filthy rich. And they didn't do a damn thing to make that farmland, to buy to crop those fields, or get those tractors, or anything like that. It's like now you're rich.
But it's still a trust, and it was still left by them.
Mhm.
And hey, are you gonna be pissed off if, let's say, okay, I'll give you an example.
Mhm.
Here you go. I'm gonna use this card as the example. See this card right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say this motherfucker lays on my desk for the next 10 years. I kick the bucket. My oldest picks it up, does a little Google search, and finds out it's worth millions of dollars now, right?
Yeah.
He goes and sells that bitch. He never has to work again. Do you think I'm gonna be mad about this shit? No, I'm gonna be like, motherfucker, hell yeah, I should have done that shit.
You know,
You
being
know?
very what's the word for it? Not sly. There's a word for it. I'm thinking of it. I can't think of it. I can't think of the word. It's something similar to sly, but it's not sly. It's oh, brain not firing in all cylinders. Sorry, my wife got up to me the other day because I did that the other day.
Sneaky, slick,
Slick. That's it. Being slick. That was a slick. I don't know. It's just taking advantage of an opportunity that most people wouldn't think of. That's the word I'm trying to think of. What that definition, but I can't remember the word for the definition. But good on them. It's like kind of like my mom. She told me one time I should have sold my Pokemon cards. And she's like, she should have sold your Charizard. I'm like, wait, I don't have a Charizard, Mom. I wish I had a Charizard. I don't have a Charizard. But I've had the Pokemon cards disappear in my time and my life, and I swear to God, if I find out who they were, I'm gonna beat their fucking asses. But that's not here or there. I'm just saying, people get wealth in some way, in some form, and it's not always in a sneaky, sly, bad way. There's times where people just do it the right way, and then they go, "Oh, look, and I'm gonna pass this money that I earned from that money." And that I took that money and invested it and built it on it and grew it. Yeah, there it is. And then pass it on to my next grandkids, and then they'll take it and invest it and grow it and build upon it and bring it to the next kid. And it's just like it all started from somewhere with good intentions, but it doesn't always end with good intentions.
Okay, so it's like with my grandfather. My grandfather was an avid firearm collector.
Yeah.
Okay. Not one of those people that went out and shot every fucking day. That's not what it was about. He just liked to collect firearms. That's what he did. Okay? To the point that at one point in his life, he was working 2 jobs. One of those 2 jobs was more than sufficient to pay all of his bills. And my grandmother's job was more than sufficient to pay for all their shopping and groceries and shit. So that other job was just basically free money.
Yeah.
Fun money, okay? To the point that while he was working those 2 jobs, that one job was solely income was dedicated to collecting his firearms.
Okay.
Now, over the course of this time, him collecting these firearms, it became hey, I'm doing this because I'm going to pass some of these down throughout the family to grandkids and children, you know? Okay? Now, his full intention and hopes was that we would hold on to them and we would pass them down to our children. Albeit he did understand that if something came up, maybe you had to sell one because it got you out of it. He would have never been pissed off about that. But I digress. It was kind of a hand me down, pass me down through the family thing is what he was hoping for. In that same token, I have several things that I own. Do I want them to be passed down through the family? Absolutely. Am I going to be pissed off if my children look at them and go, hey, this could get me the house that I need to get me out of the gutter or pay this bill off so I can get my leg up? I'm not going to be mad about that. Because either way, it was something beneficial to them, whether it was a legacy passed down or something used to help them get on their feet.
Yeah, either to protect them or protect them. It's pretty much both ways. To protect them from financial struggles or protect them against them for themselves. I right happy about that. Speaking of, by the way, someone showed a picture online of 64 gigabytes of RAM and an AR-15, and with the 64 sticks of RAM, I could buy 2 AR-15s. Like, Jesus Christ! And it was like 9 something, and the AR-15 was 59 or $5.99.
Telling you right now, RAM is getting fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, so like you can buy a gun with that amount of money. You almost buy 2, almost.
They're gonna make a shitload of money off of it because there's major businesses like the one that I work for, they can't afford to not buy it, no matter what the price is. You know.
Yeah.
So It's scary, man. It is so scary.
Yeah, it's also materials also
Lead
going up
times-
now too.
lead times on computers are getting longer and longer, and I hear a 30% markup on all computers is coming.
30%. That is, it's already crazy. And even people that build custom computers or build computers for people are already, pretty pricey. It's going to get to a point where you're going to have to build it yourself. I get some people don't want to build their own computers, but it's going to get to a point where you're going to have to, because that's where you're only going to be able to save even a reasonable amount of money.
Well, I can tell you right now that it's going to end up being cheaper to not build it.
It's not build it. Just
Not,
rent
no,
it.
no. What's going to end up happening is the only people that are going to get any kind of discount on
be
the
able to get
parts
it?
to build the machine are going to be the manufacturers. So then if you go try to build it, it's going to cost you more to build it yourself than to go to the manufacturer.
Because they're buying in bulks and getting it cheaper for bulk rather than single
Exactly.
packs. Oh, that is painful. Oh,
That's
you know me. I don't mind building my own shit if it saves me $1 or $2, but having to we're buying, we're selling you a computer for a bundle. Like, I don't need all those parts. I just need like 1 or 2 of them. Just need 1 or 2 of them. I'm good. That's usually what happens. But if you want hey, if I want to get this part, I gotta buy a whole computer. and like half it, either you don't want, or half it, it's not even like good. It's just like okay stuff. And he's like, but you got to buy it. You have to. If you want this, you gotta buy all that. Fuck, man. Makes me wish I was been like, if I would have started a business a long time ago, it's like I might as well have got into computer custom computer part making and putting it all together, because I could have done that. I could have easily done that. Nowadays, you're gonna be, people are gonna depend on you, or just start a renting company for computers, start to rent them out to people, slowly drip feed on them, make them sure they never own the computers. And the moment I say I can them and take it back, or make them buy the entire thing. Because someone's gonna break it, because some people are just God. Taking advantage of people. You took a video I sent you on Discord the other day where people talking about Discord. But then not Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, like that actually happened too. It's like, wow, to just shoot yourself, and then like who else does this? And the dude just rambles off like the 10 other companies all shot themselves in the foot when they had some good going on, but they decided to get a little more greedy, a little bit more nitpicky. It's like, Jesus Christ. Is that many people? I didn't know PepsiCo did it, which is Pepsi. If anybody doesn't understand the first word there, PepsiCo is Pepsi. It's like, what? Okay, it's still the whole thing. Shitification. I think shitification is a thing. I think people are purposely making things bad and shitty. For what gain? I don't know. But I feel like all of them are doing it on purpose. Just coincidence. All right, but that's it for this week. I do appreciate we're over a little bit of minutes, but it's all right. Seriously, if I ever got taxes or a good amount of money back or something, I'm gonna pay somebody to go back through all my logs on my podcast and go, okay, make a bunch of clips. Just make a bunch of clips, because I got so many good moments in this one. I'm thinking, God, that'd be a good clip. God, that would have been a good clip. God, that would have been a good clip. And I just go, fuck, I'm lazy. I don't want to go back and go get that clip.
Yep.
But anyways, I hope I see y'all next week. Like I said, I'm gonna try to stream something this weekend, because my computer is still working, not unlike my Nintendo Switch. But be looking for that, I guess. Stay tuned. If you haven't already went to my other channel, again, Berserk Otaku, go check that channel out. Go check out some of my things where I do some voices. I'm gonna try to work on another one as soon as I can, because people seem to like it, kinda. Just not many people subscribed. It's a slow growth, I guess. I'll take it. I'm not complaining. But as always, have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Much love, y'all. Bye. And the buy button is give me my mouse. My mouse.
His jokes are sometimes good and sometimes ass. With his wife for
Again, that's
15
one thing
years,
I
is
got lucky
always
with. My
having
parents
his
didn't
back.
fuck with my money.
Even when
When I
his
earned
dogs
money,
and
it
cats
was
are
my
being a
money
pain
for
in
the
the
most
ass.
part.
He
It
hopes
was like,
this
you know,
will
like I said,
always last.
gas, insurance.
Even bring the
you know,
fun
you
to
need
the
that.
masses. Rolling, dueling, to
Not
one,
20.
beating every dungeon classes. With his goofy faces and voice all over the places. He hopes to never give up on his dreams. To bring joy and even the facts with his last podcast every
Hello,
week
welcome to the
and
Best Last
stream with
Podcast.
his friends to bring that energy like big booty.